Hey y'all, welcome on back. My name is Alex the Creative Llama, and if you see that red live box right there, that means I'm live, but if you don't see it, you're just catching the replay. Make sure when you pop on that you comment the word angel, A-N-G-E-L, and then you also comment, when you comment the word angel, you'll get the supply list, but also make sure you comment exclamation point notify, just like this, all exclamation point notify all together. That will get you signed up to get a message the next time I'm live. Okay, we're gonna make a primitive angel that's patriotic, that stands. It does stand, but there we go. See, so we're gonna make this guy. There is a little piece that is missing, but I did glue it ahead of time just to make sure that it would stand. Okay, so are y'all ready? Hi Lynette, hello. How is everybody doing? Let me pull up comments over here and we're gonna start painting because we do have some painting to do. Hello, Colleen. So this is what it actually looks like. We're gonna add stars and stripes to her, oh my gosh, to her body, but we've got some painting to do first. So when you pop on, say hey and comment the word angel and let me know if the comments are working. So first we're gonna start with the star. The star is gonna go behind her head. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Dolores. The star is going to go behind her head, so I am going to paint that, maybe. I didn't know where my, hello. I didn't know where my sponge brushes were. So we've got quite a bit of painting to do, and then we are going to use one of the new transfers that came out last week, but we're going to make her into a patriotic angel. So I am super excited about this project. I did a poll in my VIP group on which one y'all would like to see. And y'all really want to see the little gnome too. So we'll do him later this week. So don't worry. We're going to do both. I know gnomes are not everybody's thing. Hello. How is everybody doing? It is Tuesday. For some reason, I keep thinking today is Wednesday, and it is not. But let me pull up comments. I still haven't done that because I'm over here just chatting. Hello. Hi, Sharon. Alrighty, let's pull out a couple more brushes. Y'all know me. I do not like to wash my brushes because I just simply forget. So I use sponge brushes and I throw them away. I get them really cheap on Amazon. All right, so this is the feet to the angel. I'm going to paint these black. Counting the days to my birthday. Ooh, Miss Dolores, happy early birthday. Are you doing anything fun to celebrate? I know you go dancing and you do bingo and all of that. Hi, Darlene. How are you? So I'm just using all of my chalk paste to paint. And then we might pull out some chalk markers at the end to kind of help with some of the details. But we're going with the flow here. So I'm using black Bumblebee, which we need to do another coat. And my silly self opened the black over the star while it's wet. So, you know. All right, we're going to use the color Greige. This is like a beige gray, hence the name Greige. So we're going to paint, it's the weekday, so maybe go out fun. Yeah, comment the... Oops, y'all, I used the black sponge brush for this one. My bad. Hold up. So the neat thing about when you use chalk paste to paint is you can wipe it right up. So I accidentally used the sponge brush that I used to paint the feet on that. So let's get a clean one. Here we go. Hi, Pat. What did everybody have for dinner? Have you eaten dinner yet? Did you cook? Did you go out to eat? What did y'all do? All right. That's going to need another coat. So I'm going to set that to the side like so. We've got a lot of moving parts. So here's what I'm going to tell you. Never mind. I'm thinking out loud here. Okay. So here is our angel. This is the top layer to our angel. Okay. So I put a score line right here so you know where to do the stripes on the bottom of the body and then where to paint this blue, okay? So I did that to help you, but I am going to use some painter's tape. And the only thing I have right here is this giant painter's tape. Sliders and potatoes. on. Haven't eaten yet, but gonna do pizza. Oh no, Miss Barbara, I hope you feel better. So I'm gonna use some painter's tape and I'm going to paint this right here. So now here is the question of the day. Do we use Cadet or do we use Retro? What color should we use to paint the top part? Okay, and while y'all are telling me that, I'm going to paint her hands and her face. So the only acrylic paint that I'm going to use tonight is this one called Warm Beige. Only because I didn't want to have to sit here and mix colors, just because we have a lot of painting to do. But this one is Americana in the color Warm Beige. Now you can do your angel whatever color skin tone you want, okay? Retro. I kind of want to do retro, but I do think Cadet would be pretty. I'm going to see what y'all have to say first. But I'm painting her hands in Warm Beige. And then we're going to pull out her retro. Oh gosh, y'all are making it hard. I feel like Cadet would look really pretty, but I kind of want to do retro. Cadet. Okay, I think Cadet's the winner. What do y'all think? Cadet. You're so welcome, Miss Karen. I apologize that those are so late going out. You know, life just happened, but they are finally sent out. So if you are a Perks member with me, excuse me, your Perks member order or your Perks member welcome gift has been shipped. I finally got all of those shipped. Cadet. Okay. I think we're going to do Cadet. And then maybe, here's what we'll do. We'll do Cadet on our angel tonight. But then on our little gnome that I posted in the VIP group, we'll do retro on that one. And we will end up doing the little gnome too. Just because y'all really liked that one, which I was really surprised. Alrighty. Let's dry. Let's do one more coat. Oh my gosh. Knocking everything over. Let's do one more coat. Yay! Hi, Pamela. You're so welcome. That's just my small way of saying thank you for becoming a Perks member. I appreciate it tremendously. All right, let's do one more coat of the Warm Beige. Oh my gosh, y'all. I have stuff everywhere on this table right now. Bear with me. And if you are just popping on, say hey, make sure you comment the word angel and I'll send you the supply list. And then be sure to sprinkle out the video if you can. That helps me out so much as well. So the more that you comment, interact, hit the heart button, all of that, and share, the more it helps. Hi, Deb. Hello, Donna. What color are you using on the face? This one is called Warm Beige. It's an acrylic paint. I was gonna mix some paste colors up, but I just thought for time, since we have quite a bit of painting to do, that I would just use the acrylic paint that I had. It's this one. Hold on, I'll hold it up. Warm. It's not focusing, but it's Warm Beige. Hi, Christiana. How are you, my beautiful friend? I have not seen you on here in a hot second. Okay, so we decided we're going to go with Cadet. Now, if you don't know, this is the color of the month. It's called Retro. I talked about this last night. You can only get this color when you have $75 in your cart. And when you do, it'll unlock it at checkout. Be sure to add it to your cart before you check out. But once supplies are gone of that, it's gone. Okay. But we're going to use Cadet. Yes, I get my wipes from Amazon. I can put those in my storefront if you need me to. I got a big old box back here. I'm hanging in there, just a lot going on. I know, I'm thinking about you. I'm doing good. Just busy, busy, busy. So, lots of y'all took advantage of the free shipping that I had on my cutout site this weekend. So I'm already working on orders from that. I'm about back into my turnaround time. As y'all know, I had a little bit of a family emergency. What was that, 2 weeks ago? That kind of set me back a little bit. So I am working on those and getting those shipped out ASAP. as soon as I can, y'all. All right, so I'm going in with the color Cadet. Yes, I want to make sure that I didn't do this wrong. Y'all know me. I probably would have painted it the wrong way. That's okay. And then I'm going to get a smaller brush, I think. I have this long paintbrush right here. And I'm just going to go up to her neck. I'm trying not to load my brush up with so much paste. That way it's a little bit easier to control. And then let's dry this and see how it looks. All is good. All is good. Life is kind of getting back to normal for right now. So you got these. So they're angled, which I really, really like. I don't know if I told y'all. So I watch, what is it called? Oh my goodness. Southern Adornments. And she makes beautiful door hangers. And so she has a little clubhouse, like a subscription. I joined that. And I'm going to try my hand at painting some door hangers. So if you are great at painting, which I know a couple of you, I know for sure are, just because I've seen your pictures, look for those being added to the site. And I'm so excited. We'll see how it goes. It may be an epic failure. Hi, Patty. All right, we're going to do another coat of this Cadet. Okay. And I'm just using what's in my lid to paint. And I think, why does it not want to spread right there? There we go. There we go, and let's try it. Those are easy. I love them. What's easy? Hi, Janice. I want to learn different painting techniques. That's really why I signed up, is because I just want to learn. And plus, on the weekends, I really try not to work. I really try to give myself a break. And so I thought that'd be kind of fun to do when I'm sitting there watching TV, to do that. All right, we're going to peel this up. So remember, when you get yours will have, mine did it, had it also, but there'll be a scored line for you to know where to kind of tape off. I'm going to fuzz my tape. I know that seems silly, but I'm going to fuzz this because I've had it happen to me where I put my paint down, or I put my tape down on top of paste, and then it pulls it up. So I'm just going to add a little bit of lint, and then we're actually going to paint the body white, which I probably should have started with this because we're going to have to do a coat or two of this. I'm learning to paint also. Still unpacking, trying to find my craft stuff. I forgot. Oh no! So Miss Julie, have you done some of her crafts before? I haven't tried them yet, but I'm really excited about it. Alrighty, we're gonna go in with some white chalk paint. And I'm gonna spray a little bit of water in here just because it is a little dry, and make it a little bit easier to spread. If I can get the lid back on. I'm new to the transfer crafting. Could you explain what the green cloth? That's a fuzzing cloth. So you want to, and I'll do it again here in a second with the transfer that I'm going to use. You want to fuzz your transfer before you lay it down on top of painted. Really, you just want to fuzz your transfer anytime you're going to use it. That's going to help add a little bit of lint to the back of your transfer. It helps with a couple of things. It won't pull up your paint. Well, I can't guarantee it. As long as you fuzz really well, it won't pull up the paint that you put down on your surface, and it will prevent your transfer from sticking extremely well to your surface. Because if it sticks too well, you're going to sit there and fight with it to pull it up. And then you run the risk of stretching it, and you don't want that to happen because then it's ruined. You know what I mean? Ah, y'all, I swear, anytime I use this white paint, it's probably because I add water to it. But you want to fuzz just to add a little bit of lint to protect your transfer, protect your surface, all of that. Let's see. Hi, Leona. But adding water to the white chalk paint did help make it easier to spread. Sometimes I feel like my white chalk paint gets a little thick and gummy. So I think that's helpful to add to it. All right, let's dry and let's do another coat. You're welcome, Janice. Hi, Karen. Hi, Kathy. Oh, let's see, a question went by. You can, Colleen. You can fuzz, but it's not a big deal if you don't, if you're doing it on a t-shirt. But you don't have to. Hi, Rose. I'm good. How are you, my beautiful friend? I keep thinking today is Wednesday, y'all. I almost said happy Wednesday to Rose, and I caught myself before I said it. All right, let's do one more coat of the white. And then, y'all, I think we're pretty much done painting with the exception of this guy. So this is where I need help. How should we paint our flames? What colors should we use? I was thinking of painting it all in one color and then going in with a paint pen or a paint marker and doing the detail of the inside. But I don't know what color to use. Any luck on laundry transfer? I had some in my live sale on last week. I showed you what I had. Yeah, see, we all thought it was Wednesday. It's only Tuesday. It's only Tuesday. All right, let me get this as even as I can. So you don't see the brush strokes. I have a hard time. You probably get better coverage with not using, I was about to touch that. Not using foam brushes, but orange outside, yellow inside. Red with orange, red and orange. Shouldn't the bottom be orange and yellow? Well, yes, technically, but I'm not that skilled, Miss Pamela. So we're just picking two colors. See, I was thinking, let's see, what was I thinking? I was thinking, like, hey, pumpkin or orange peel. I don't know. I could, but I just want to keep it simple. I'm not good at shading, like freehand shading. So if you are, more power to you, and you can paint yours that way if you get this. But yeah. All right, here we go. Boom. Yes, ma'am. Okay. So here is our little angel so far. Now, we are going to add stripes to her body and some stars, but we're going to use a transfer to do that. I'm not on brain. I love all the suggestions, but that I can't do it with just regular paint. So, alrighty. I'm trying to figure it out, y'all. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud here. Okay, let's do one more coat of our star. I think our little scroll is good. We're going to do one more coat of our star. We're going to set this to the side to dry, and then we'll work on our fire stick. What do you call that? What do you call this? I know there's a name for it. It's not a flame stick. Torch. It's a torch. There we go. Hi, Connie. I'm a mess, y'all. A big old mess tonight. There we go. See? Y'all know. Hi, Tonya. All right, close this up. We are about done with all the painting, I promise. We just have this guy to do. So I'm going to set this to the side. We're going to paint the bottom part brown. Did I not pull out my brown? No, I didn't. Hi, Ruthie. Alrighty, so we are going to paint this bottom part in bark. Now, when you comment the word angel, you'll get the supply list for everything, but instead of putting the jars of everything, I put packets. That way it's a little bit more cost effective. And then I put different like shades of red or blue in there. It's all up to you on what shade you're going for. But I did put all of the packets in there. So when you comment the word angel, it'll be the second link for all the colors and stuff. But if you just want to get the cutout, it will be the first link. And there's 4 different sizes of the angel. Oh, well shoot, I already painted it, Ms. Donna. I just saw that. I'm going to keep it brown, but I'm trying to decide how to paint my flames. And I'm on the struggle bus with closing this dang bark. All right, let's dry and let's think this through. Okay. Let me pull out my paint pens and see what colors we've got. Y'all, we might be, I don't know. I can't decide on what colors to do the flyer. To do the flyer. The fire, I mean. It is, Miss Dawn. I added it to my website this afternoon. This came from Target like 4 or 5 years ago. Oh, y'all, I don't know. Do these 2 colors look bad together? Or should we do like more of this? Or this? What do y'all think? Darker orange in the middle and lighter orange on the outside. Okay, here we go. Number 1. Number 2. Or number 3. 1, I think. Y'all, I don't remember. I think it was this one. This one? 1? Okay. So pumpkin and orange peel, pumpkin and orange, pumpkin and saffron, or orange and saffron. I just realized I gave y'all the number, but I don't remember which colors were in there. Which I knew was going to happen. I knew it. See, I don't remember what color it was. Copper and pumpkin. Now that's a new suggestion, Miss Brenda. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Orange and saffron, lighter orange and darker orange, orange on the outside and yellow on the inside. See, everybody has different opinions, so no one be mad at me if I didn't pick yours. I really am asking because I'm trying to decide what to do. The 2 dark ones. I know, Miss Janice. That's the thing is I'm trying to figure out what I want. Pumpkin and orange peel. These. That's kind of what I was thinking. Okay, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to do pumpkin and orange peel. Okay. I'm going to try my best to paint this inside the lines. I'm going to clean this guy. And let's go from there. Okay. I know I need a little red, but I'm going to see if I can do it. I don't know. I don't know if we'll be able to add the little bit of red. I'm not great at freehanding, like blending. That's something I need to practice, but we'll see. Pumpkin and orange peel. Okay. So pumpkin on the inside or the outside? What do y'all think? I know, Miss Kimberly. Okay. Pumpkin. Y'all already forgot what I asked you. I'm like so off today. You said pumpkin on the inside. I think that's what I asked. Okay. Pumpkin on the inside, right? Oh, heck, y'all. This is dried bad. Okay. Y'all, I'm a mess today. I apologize. I mean, how is that different from any other day? But this is dried. Hold on. I know I'm not spraying distilled water in there. No one tell me I didn't spray that in there. I'm aware. But this is towards the end of the life, so I'm not really that concerned about it if it does dry, if it does grow some mold. Okay, pumpkin on the inside. I just sprayed a little bit of, not distilled, regular water in there. Don't do that. Use distilled. Okay. All right, here we go. I know you're supposed to do let the brush do the work for you, but I don't have a whole lot of experience using angled brushes. So we're gonna paint the inside in orange peel, and that's probably gonna need another coat, but I am liking how it looks a little bit darker. It's not so bright, like so. Let's dry it. I know, Miss Lee, but there's some people on here who, you know, want to call me out on everything. All right. Here we go. I'm just going to do another quick coat. Y'all, and it is not perfect by any means. This is a mess, but that's okay because it's a flame. It's not supposed to be perfect, you know? It's not supposed to be perfect. Hi, Rhonda. All right, dry this, and then we're gonna go in with our pumpkin. So this is an On Vogue color. I believe, this one I think is still available. But once I think it sells out, it's gonna be gone. Flames are not needed. Exactly, Miss Marcy. All right. Let's go in with our pumpkin. I'm gonna offload a little bit onto my mat. And ooh, do we like that color combo? I might be able to add some red. I might be able to ombre it. I'm gonna try it. Since y'all think I can do it. We're gonna try. We are certainly going to try it. Y'all, this is pretty. I like this. This is... Where should we add the red? On the tips or in the middle? I don't know. It's not perfect, okay? I'm gonna try it. Over the lines and the flame. Okay. Okay, Miss Francis. So do I add the red on the inside or on the edges? Like on the outer edges? Y'all tell me. Because right now I cannot think about what a flame looks like on the lined area. Oh heck, y'all. Y'all are really challenging me with the red. Okay, you can do it. Fire burns different ways and the colors change. There you go. Put outer edges in the inside of the flame. Red should go on the inside. Okay. Thanks, y'all. Okay, so we're going to use candy apple. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit on, that's way too much, onto my table. Trace the line with a paint pen. The problem is that if I'm afraid if I do the paint pen is gonna be too harsh of a line and then it's gonna look silly. Only because I don't have a thin paint pen in red. Well, I do, but okay, hold up. I forgot I had the thinner ones. All right, let's try this. If this looks silly, it's not my fault. Hi, Trudy. What color is this? Don't know. Okay. Here we go. So I'm gonna go in with a red paint pen. It's not really doing much. I have the shake still because I'm nervous. Hold on. Stephanie's like, I'll take the blame. Okay, here we go. The brush side rather than the fine tip is better. Okay. The only problem is these reds don't really match, so we're gonna see. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit, and then I'm gonna offload my brush quite a bit. And here we go. I don't know, y'all. This is not something I know how to do correctly. So if you are a great painter, that's amazing. I wish I was you. All right. There we go. Does that look silly? What do y'all think? Hi, Lisa. We are making a primitive, patriotic angel, but we're doing some of the detail work. I know, Miss Diane, that's kind of what I was thinking. Is that too much or should I go in? Does that look okay? I know it's not like fabulous, y'all, but it's better than nothing, right? Okay, let's clean up. We are done with all the painting. We got everything painted. Let's clean everything up. Let's put it away, and then we'll pull out our transfer and all of that, and we will do the fun part. And then all we have to do is, I know, Miss Julie, I just need to practice, which is why I joined that Painters Clubhouse, so I could practice. You know, so I can come and teach all different things, different techniques. Hi, Pat. That's really why I joined, is so I can teach y'all. I need the red and the white. Where's my white? Of course. Oh, it's literally right here in front of me. Drag and dry brush. I always dull my brighter designs with a baby wipe. And ooh, that's a great idea. I'm afraid if I use my finger, it's going to look too, I don't know. It's not the best, y'all, but that's okay. I'm learning, right? Like, it's not, I'm not Picasso, okay? But I'm going to practice. I'm no Picasso. Oh, y'all, I'm just over here making myself laugh tonight. Okay. Oh, my goodness. So if you are just jumping on, we are making something that looks like this. Now, it's missing the torch, but it will stand at the end. So this one is the 10.5-inch tall angel. It comes in 4 different sizes, 8.5, 10.5, 12.5, and 14.5. Now, I will tell you, I don't know if it'll stand on its own in 12.5 and 14.5. So I do suggest you grab some kickstands to add to the back just as a precaution. I think it'll be fine, but I did preface that in the listing of the item. That way, you know. Okay, let's take or maybe not. We might just have to. Okay, I'm gonna take a black marker. Watch Bob Ross. There he is. I was waiting for it. Boom. Stop it. You're being silly. Boone just wanted y'all to know that he's here. Okay. I'm going to go through. I'm going to clean up the edges. I'm using a fine tip Mr. Pin marker, which is not great when you're shaky, to go around the edges. So like you see how there's paint on the side? I do that. That way it looks a little bit more finished. I don't always do it because sometimes I'm just too lazy. But I do think it helps make your piece look a little bit more put together and finished. So that's all I'm doing is just cleaning up the edges. You don't even have to do all the sides. You can just do some of them. Okay, there we go. Hello, yes, he's here. That was Boone. Y'all know that was Boone because Tucker rarely barks. Alrighty, so let's get going. Let's do the fun part. We're gonna chalk now. So before I do anything, I need to wax my surface. I'm about to put a sticky transfer on top, and I definitely do not want that stickiness to pull up the color. So I am softening my wax. This is not absolutely necessary, but mine is a little dried out. And I'm going to take off a little bit, and I'm going to wax. I'm just going to wax the whole body because we're going to put stars up here and then stripes down here. Okay. So I'm going to need my masking tape again because I don't want to get the stripes where I don't want it. Right. So let's fuzz this. Hi, Chris. Fuzz, fuzz, fuzz. And do it on this side. And then that way the stripes will not get on the blue. Okay, placement tape will also work for this. But we're going to use this transfer. So this one is called the Patriotic Patterns. It has like a nice, clean, solid side to where everything looks nice and clean, or there's a distressed side. Which side do y'all think we should use? Should we use the distressed side or the nice and clean side? I am making a standing angel. It's going to look something like this. It's not going to stand because there's something underneath it, but it's going to look something like this. I just forgot the torch. I could solid, distressed, clean side. I was thinking the clean side. Distressed. Ooh, y'all like the distressed side. But I was going to, what was I going to say? I was going to distress the edges of everything, like with some distress oxide to help with that. This distressed side, clean side. I feel like it's 50-50. OMG. Goodness gracious, y'all. The clean side. I think we're going to go with the clean side. But you can totally use the distressed side if you want, right? Alrighty. So we're going to fuzz this. Remember, we waxed and now we're going to fuzz. So all we're doing is adding a little bit of lint. Oh, y'all, I cut that terribly. Ooh, my bad. I cut that really bad. So I am going to add a little bit of lint to the back because this is a brand new transfer. So I'm going to fuzz it. I'm using a fuzzing cloth. Not sure of the distress. Yeah, I'm not sure how that will look. So we're going to just do the clean side, and then we'll use some Distress Oxide to kind of dirty everything up, as I like to describe it. Okay, I'm probably gonna have to get another one of these because I kind of messed up how I cut it. Do y'all see? I cut it not straight, and on the silkscreen part, you're not supposed to do that. So don't do that. Follow the cut lines. I was just too busy talking. And we're gonna put this right on top. And I'm gonna use the solid, like the straight side over here to kind of line it up, but I also wanna make sure that the stripes are somewhat even. We're gonna push this down, and we're gonna use some candy apple, okay? You could use cherry, but I'm gonna use candy apple, all right? And we are just going to go right over this, and this is gonna give us the stripes on her little body, okay? Let's do a giveaway because I appreciate y'all hanging out, being patient with me, giving me helpful tips. So tell me in the comments, do you prefer the color candy apple or the color cherry? So cherry is like a deep red, whereas candy apple is a bright red. And if you need me to show you cherry, I can. Which red do you prefer, candy apple or cherry? And I will pick someone from the comments. What's a good cardinal? What's a good red for the cardinal? I'd probably say cherry, if I'm being honest with you. Obsessed with cherry. Me too, girl. I love the color cherry. Y'all, no matter how much I clean my hands, it's still not off. Let's pull this up. Look how perfect that is, y'all. I love it. Look at that. I love it. Love, love, love. We're going to use the heck out of this transfer. All right, we're going to clean this. I'm going to use some regular water. I'm going to use a baby wipe on top. Thank you. Remember, I use a baby wipe on top with some of my colors to kind of help clean it. And then I will take my board eraser and scrub it, turn it over, same thing. We're gonna scrub the back, and I really need to get paper towels in here, but I'm just going to use my fuzz cloth. I have multiple fuzz cloths. Clearly, I really need to clean this one or wash it. But you just wash it like a regular towel. I just haven't done so. Thanks, Lorna. We're going to add some stars, and then, y'all, we're going to glue everything together, add the finishing touches, and then we will be done. So I'm going to add this. Oh my gosh, y'all, I really butchered cutting this transfer. Too busy yapping and not paying attention. So don't do that. Pay attention when you're cutting, okay? Now we're going to pull out the stars. Hi, Tammy Duke. Where can I get the stencil of the far scene behind you? The farm scene? That one is not available right now. It's actually out of stock because it was so popular, Miss Carol. But it should be coming back in stock very soon. Unfortunately, it's not available right now. What size is the one you're showing? The one I'm doing is a 10.5-inch tall angel. So the angel does come in 4 different sizes, y'all. Alrighty. Pull this out. Let's dry this. Lots of little steps tonight, but I promise it's coming together. Oh, I forgot to pick a winner. See? Squirrel. Let me pick a winner. Thank you for commenting. I'm going to click a post, and if you commented, filter comments, so I'm going to say cherry, and then candy apple. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Cherry, candy apple, and let's find a winner. Get comments. The cow transfer. Heard that one? Yes. And there's 19 people who commented, and our winner is going to be Miss Nancy Toblaski. Miss Nancy, send the page a message saying I won, and I will get the form sent over to you after my live. Alrighty, that looks pretty good. We're going to peel this up, and then we are going to turn this around, and we're going to add our stars, and then we're done. Then we are done. Okay? I probably should add a little piece of tape for her face. Okay? That way the stars don't get on her face. We don't want a starry face. And I'm just going to lay this down and kind of see where we can get the best amount of stars. Let's see. No one wants a starry face. That's not straight. You're welcome, Miss Nancy. Thanks for commenting. I appreciate it. And stay till the end. We'll pick another winner. Maybe two. We'll see how I'm feeling. I'm just trying to get these stars straight. There we go. All right, we're going to push down. And then we're going to use white for this. Like so. And we're going to drag that across. And then we are done. And now here comes the fun part. Oh heck. Okay, the tape's there. Y'all, that's why you do the tape. I thought I just got the white where I don't want it. But remember, the tape is underneath. And I about freaked out just now. I can't wait to get I know. Okay. Ooh, y'all, look at her. So that is why I suggest taping, because I was over here not paying attention and I accidentally chalked some of those stars that were underneath, which were fine because we put the tape there. Okay, so I'm just going to clean this really quickly. It's very easy to clean since it's just white and a small part of it. Turn it over, scrub the back. Okay, and we are going to dry this up with our dirty fuzz cloth, like so. I feel like I have not interacted with you guys as much as I normally do, just because this project, I didn't think this through, like how labor intensive this was. So please, I apologize. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to get this done. I'll fix that at the end. Alrighty, let's dry, and then we will put it together. I'm originally from, oh, awesome, Miss Lisa. Yeah, I got stuff everywhere. Hi, Melanie. Hello. All right, let's peel this up. Okay. Y'all, look how stinking cute she is. What do y'all think? There is a little bit of red that I need to connect. Let me do that really quickly. So I got a little, I didn't line it up perfectly. And so there is a little bit of gap in between. just gonna clean that up best I can. But then we're gonna get out our Distress Oxide and we're gonna clean everything up. But y'all, look at my hands. Thank you. Oh no, Miss Melinda. Do me a favor, Melinda. I know you've commented it before, but comment ! Notify. Just like this, no spaces. You do have to have that exclamation point. But comment that to make sure or confirm that you're signed up. I know that you have gotten messages before, but I suggest commenting that. And anybody else can comment that too. Okay. Y'all ready for the fun part? It is going to be adding all of the distressing to this guy. Which, where is my other one? Oh, heck. We're going to use ground espresso. I love these little distressing oxide pads. If you don't have them, you need to get them. No spacing. Don't put a space in between. All right. So I'm going to use my little finger dauber. I'm going to offload my dauber. And then I am just going to kind of add it to the edges of my angel. I'm trying to decide if I should kind of go down on the white a little bit to distress it. What do y'all think? Should we distress the white or leave it nice and bright? Now this part is totally optional. You don't have to do this one. You would not be Alex. Yeah, exactly. Miss Robbie knows. She's been with me for a long time. A long time. All right, we're gonna go around her little head. And towards the bottom, leave it. I think I'm gonna go over some of it, but I'm really gonna try just to use what's on. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that. Now, you don't have to do that. If you don't like that look, don't do that. You know, it's your project. I'm just gonna use my finger. I like that. Like so. Just going in with my finger to try to, sorry that I got quiet, I'm thinking. I like the look of it being nice and distressed, but if you don't like that, don't do it. Okay. Who works with Distress Oxide? Like, you see how I got a little bit too much right there? Do I need to add water or just try to rub it out? What do y'all think? Yes, do some stars too. Okay. I'll just do whatever's left on the dauber. Oh, yes. That is cute. Now, I know this look is not for everybody, and that's okay. Baby wipe, baby wipe. Okay. I gotta be careful. Okay. Wet a finger. Okay. Let's try this. Y'all. Mess. I'm a mess. Okay. But I have to be careful not to get it where the red is. Because remember, that's chalk paste. And by doing that, it's going to reactivate that chalk paste and potentially smear it. So that's what I'm trying not to do right now. And it's doing it. It's smearing a little bit of the red in there. So I'm going to just do it to all of them. And I don't hate it. I did, Miss Stephanie, and it still spread the red, unfortunately. That's okay. I don't mind the red kind of being mixed in with the white. I think it looks fine. I got way too much up here. Okay, and then I'm just going to dry that. Oh, you're talking about one of the sponges? Oh, that was a good idea. Thank you. All right, here we go. Let's distress all the other pieces. And then y'all, I promise we're almost done. Thanks, Lisa. I appreciate that, girlfriend. So I'm just gonna go in and do all my other little pieces. Like so. Okay, the star. Here's the hands. I like it mixing. Yeah, I actually don't mind that the red kind of mixed in with the white. It makes it a little less harsh. But if that bothers you, I'm sorry. Just be careful when you do it. All right. And then I am going to add a little bit to our flame. Looks good. Alrighty, here we go. These I got off at Amazon. They come in like a pack of 100. If you comment the word angel and go check your messenger, you'll click on the button that says Amazon favorites and it'll be listed in there. I think it's under like distress oxide or something. Something like that. All right, here we go. Y'all ready? Finally. Oh, y'all, she is cute. We should probably do her face first, huh? Probably so. Let me get this out. We're going to do her face really quickly. We're almost there, I promise. We are close to the finish line. Hello, Colleen. How are you, my beautiful friend? All right, so I'm going to use my black paint pen. And I'm going to go in and do her eyes. And then we're going to add some blush to her cheeks. So it does come in a little bag like this. I'm going to use actual like cosmetic blush, but you could also achieve this look with Distress Oxide. Just find like a pink one. Okay. I'm going to offload it. And then we are just going to build this on here. And then we might add a mouth. But a little bit at a time, build it up. Get it how you want to. This is probably a little too pink for her face, but that's what I have in my drawer, so that's what I'm going to use. You know, it's okay. She looks cute. Look at that. All right, I'm going to do a black mouth, I think. Or a red. Black or red mouth. What do y'all think? No, it looks good. Thank you. Question, if you don't want to use all the layers of her, can you just use a kickstand? Yeah, you certainly can, Miss Lisa. So if you wanted to save it and make like 3 angels instead of making it standing, you could totally do that. You just wouldn't have all of the little pieces, but you could just do it with one and then get the kickstands to help stand her up. Black mouth. Okay. See? Now this is where I'm nervous, y'all. Okay. She's so cute. Look at her. And then I'm going to add a couple white dots to her face, which you can't really see. Y'all, she's so cute. Look at her. Now, the dots are optional, but she is adorable. All right, let's glue. Y'all ready? You're like, yes, girl, get it together. All right, so here's the thing. If you are going to have her stand, okay, I suggest using stick fast glue. If you glue this with hot glue, you run the risk of it not standing, okay? But if you want to use hot glue with this, and you're a little nervous about it not standing, get a set of kickstands. I meant to bring some in here, but get a set of kickstands. It's linked when you click on the angel to help stand it up, and that way it will for sure stand, okay? But I highly suggest using stick fast glue when you're doing these layered projects like this, okay? Stick fast. That's also linked in my Amazon storefront. Get the thick version. Okay. All right, here we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue all 3 layers together at the same time. That way I can make sure they're level and standing together. Okay. Because we are going to have to hold these while they set. I would not use hot glue. I have found that stick fast glue works really well with the 3 layers. Like I said, if you don't want to purchase the stick fast glue, that's totally fine. Just purchase a set of the kickstands. Those are under bits and pieces on my website. Yes, Miss Karen. They're also linked in, I will, Miss Lorna, but I want to get, oh, you're talking about it up here. It's okay. Yes, the kickstands are linked. So if you go to the first, if you comment Angel and go to the first link, it'll take you directly to my website where this is listed. And check out the description of the item. It'll say, like for the bigger item, for the bigger angels, it suggests to get a set of kickstands just in case. And you just click on that link and you can add it. I was going to get the medium. Yes, get the thick glue. Get the thick. Okay, she stands. So now we're gonna do her star head. Okay, and this one was a little tricky. So I'm gonna put glue on the back of her head. Okay, and then I'm going to hold this up. I love the Stick Fast. Hobby Lobby has it. Hobby Lobby has Stick Fast glue? I didn't know that. I didn't know. Hi, Shirley. Miss Robbie, I'm so glad you said that because I'm going to go to Hobby Lobby later this week. I have not been, y'all, since August. Since August. So, I'm glad you said that. And I messed up her little dots on her face, so I gotta fix that. I didn't know Walmart had it. That's so neat. I'm so glad you said that. Okay. Let's dry. Y'all, look how cute she is. Hi, Inez. How are you? I have not seen you on here in a hot minute, girlfriend. I hope you're doing well. I'm just drying the paint marker dots that I wiped off. So y'all, you could totally just get her and leave her like that if you wanted to, but we're gonna add more. Okay, so we're gonna add her feet at the bottom. I know, she is adorable. And this is another thing. I'm going to set her up and make sure that the feet are flush or even with the bottom. Ooh, okay. Thank you. Oh, Sandy says they didn't have it. Maybe it's on the, Robbie just said it's not in the craft section. It's more in like the tool section. So cute. I love her. All right, so let's kind of figure out placement for this. Okay. Hand. Do we like that? Alex, what is the keyword? It's called Angel, Miss Christina. I was going to say Christiana, Miss Christina. It's Angel. That's a great idea, Miss Dolores. You could totally make a wreath with this. Absolutely. Just super busy, grandbabies, but I've been catching replays. Oh, that's so sweet. Alrighty. I think the placement looks good, right? So let's start with the torch. You're funny. Oh, Miss Christina. That's funny. All right. Now I am going to lay this down and, ooh, I probably should go up a little bit more. There we go. And hold it. That way it stays. So let's do this one. Thank you, Connie. Y'all stick it till the end. And if you like this project, do me a huge favor. Share the video out. That helps me out so much when y'all do that. So I would greatly appreciate that. Y'all, she is so cute. All right, a little bit of glue here. I'm shaking, y'all. A little bit of glue here. Boom. Hold on. I think that looks good. Okay. Hi, Cindy. Thank you for sharing, y'all. Hi, Haley. Okay, come on, glue. We're gonna lay this right here. I'm trying to make sure the hands are even, and I feel like they're not, and it's driving me nuts. Okay, just leave it. It's fine. All right, we're gonna let that glue sit up a little bit, but yes, I used stick fast glue. Super cute. Let me wipe up my hands. And while that's setting, I think I'm gonna add some details to her feet. And then we'll be about done, y'all. I think I messed that up. I don't know about that. Angel isn't working for you. It might have been because you maybe said another keyword by accident. I'll send the link here in just 1 second. I don't like the detail that I added to her feet. Ugh. No, I have not had any clogging, Miss Lisa, in that glue. Okay, so I'm gonna wipe that up. Let's dry it. How tall are you wanting her, Miss Janice? I'm not the best at it, Miss Marcy, but I'm trying. We're gonna have to paint that black again, because it's gonna look funny if I don't. You're gonna be able to see that I wiped it, and we don't want that look. We don't have time for it to look not perfect, you know? All right, let me go back over it. Do y'all like the lines on the top of the shoes, or take them off? Oh, heck, Miss Janice. That's gonna have to be a custom order, Miss Janice, so send me a message and I can help you with that. She's gonna be a bit pricey, I'm just gonna tell you that. You like it, okay. I'll leave them, okay. Alrighty, one last thing I'm going to add is leave them, okay. She defines the shoes, okay. I'm gonna add a, oh my gosh, little jute bow. You had to order. I know, she's kind of hard to resist. I will say that. I just saw that someone sent me stars. Thank you so much, whoever sent me stars. I'm so sorry that I missed it. I am so appreciative when y'all send me stars. Oh, y'all, she's so cute. Eyelash brushes on Amazon work great. Oh, that's a great idea. You like the lines. Leave the lines. Hi, Miss Louise. Miss Louise is probably one of my most understanding customers. I appreciate Miss Louise so much. I mean, I appreciate all of you for sure. But Miss Louise has been very patient with me. And we've had some order mess ups. So this size, I believe, is 18. Let me pull it up. Hold on. I can't remember off the top of my head because I went back and forth on some prices. All right, let's glue. Do we need any more white lines anywhere? Are we good with just the shoes? Let's put her down, put that little bow down. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so that comes in 8.5, 10.5, 12.5, and 14.5. So 8.5 tall is $16, 10.5 is $18. Then the 12.5 is $22, and then the 14.5 is $24, just because it is multiple layers. So. She is so cute. If the torch handle is meant to look like what white lines would look nice. Yeah, probably. Look how cute she is. I'm going to leave her, but I think she is adorable. So this is the 10.5 inch size. I find it to be a really good size. I was just going to do the 10.5, but I had, when I did my little poll in my VIP group earlier today, some of y'all were asking for a bigger size, so I did put that in the listing. But if you need something bigger, like Miss Janice is talking like a porch sitter, send me a message and we can talk about custom pricing for her. But look how cute she is. Get in there. I love this. This is the 10.5 inch tall one. The 10.5 inch. I do suggest adding on some kickstands with your order, just in case she will not stand on her own. It just depends. It really depends on the glue that you use and if you can get everything nice and even and like lined up to where it'll stand, okay? So if you struggle with that, I would get some kickstands. You would do the same thing. Just glue them on the back like we do on our word blocks. So these are what the kickstands look like. So you get this little piece and then the quarter circle. You just glue them to the back and it'll help support it to stand up. Hi, Ethan. But they come in a 2-pack for $1. So there she is. I am Miss Lorna. That's a good idea. I'm not going to do that. I wish I would have thought about that while I was crafting, but I'm not going to do it. But I think it is really adorable. All right. Let's pick a winner. Hit that heart button for me. I'm going to pick a winner down in the comments. We'll pick 2 winners since this one was a little bit of a longer live. I've been going live longer lately, and I'm sorry. I know everybody has lives, but let me refresh. We're going to go through and pick anybody who has commented. We'll pick 2 winners, and it's going to sort through the comments really quickly. It's going to pick out of, hi, Tina. Miss Tina, how are you, my friend? I have not seen you in some time either. I can't believe I'm missing them. Missing what? Did I miss your comment? All right, here we go. Winner number 1 is, you like my longer lives? Huh? Hold on. It messed up. There we go. Sorry, y'all. All right, here we go. Lynette Gautreau. I hope I said your name right, Lynette Gautreau. And you have to be here in order to win. So if you come back and finish the live later and your name is called, you don't win. You have to be on when I'm, oh, that's okay, Miss Lizette. You have to be on in order to win. I've had a couple of people message me saying they won, but they weren't here when they won. So Lynette Gautreau and Miss Lynette, are you here? Miss Lynette. I'm waiting for Miss Lynette to get your show. I know. I need to do something about the shelves behind me because they're getting real full. Is Miss Lynette here? Has anybody seen her comment? Because it picks out of all of the comments from the entire live. So she's here. Okay, so Lynette is winner number 1. And then let's pick a different winner. Miss Lorna Johnson. Miss Lorna Johnson. Miss Lorna. Is she here? Sorry, I miss comments because sometimes they go by very quickly or I'm not like looking. Do I have small plaid stencils? Yes, Miss Lisa. Send me a message and I can help you with that. Miss Lorna, are you still here? I see Miss Lynette. There you go. Okay, Miss Lynette and Miss Lorna, if you'll do me a favor and send the page a message saying, hey, I won. And I will get a form sent over to you to fill out so I can keep track of it. But yeah, comment the word angel. This is what we made. She is adorable. Love her. Love, love, love her. So comes in 4 different sizes. You choose the size. But y'all go snag this. I am just so excited. This turned out so much better than what I thought. Okay. All right, y'all. Hit the heart button for me, sprinkle the video, make sure you follow the page, make sure you're signed up for live notifications. You just need to comment, let me show you, ! notify, and that will get you signed up. Facebook is not, Angel is not working for me in the chat. If I send it via Messenger, Lorna, you're sending a message on here. I need you to send the page a message. Miss Christina here, I will drop the link to the Angel in the comments for you. Okay, so Christina, I just put the link to the Angel in the comments. If you need the link for all the chalk stuff, like the stars and the stripes that I use, send me a message and I can help you, okay? All right, y'all. Have a great rest of your night. Thanks for hanging out with me, even though this project took us a little bit longer, but I absolutely loved how she turned out, and I will be on tomorrow evening. Bye, guys.